Series of tubes of the internet, as it's been called before. And there we go. All right. Finally made it through the series of tubes, and looks like we are up. I can see myself, and we've got some people coming in. No big thing going on today. Once again, no active weather, no storms, anything like that. Just giving you a little quick daily update here for the people that want to tune in and check it out, especially if you missed the sunrise show and can't catch the midday show. It's about your only chance to get you a nice solid forecast in. So go ahead and get started. Got about a dozen people in, and that's fine with me. So for your weather headlines for today, more dangerous heat incoming. Now it's nothing that we're not used to in South Mississippi, but it does need to be mentioned that it's going to be noticeably hotter and more humid over the next couple of days, really starting today, which you may have realized when you went outside this morning that it was pretty warm. It was about 74, 75 degrees, I think the coolest in Hattiesburg. And if you remember, not all that long ago, that was the daytime high temperature of a very nice spring day. It was about 70, mid-70s and dry. It is, of course, not that right now. It is mid-70s and very warm out there and very humid. So that's the big thing, noticeably more humid, and that's even after another cloudy, drizzly start where we did see at least some light shower to a short-lived light shower to a sprinkle in some of our Pine Belt areas. Barely noticeable amounts of rain, like tenths of an inch at the absolute most, and generally it was hundredths of an inch, if anything at all. And that's going to lead us into the weekend where we're basically getting rainforest-like weather. But an interesting little tidbit for you, the rainforest is generally in the 70s, like mid-70s. So pretty much where our morning started out is typical rainforest afternoon weather. It does get as warm as the 90s on its extreme ends, and that's what we're seeing. But really talking about the humidity in that case, which is what we're seeing already in the area. 79 feels like 82 at Circle C Tractor in Waynesboro, one of those areas that received 8/100ths of an inch there with southwesterly winds, and you're still seeing some of those clouds there associated with the little pocket of moisture that moved through that brought those showers. But as it's starting to give, you can already see the blue sky above it in some cases, and that's just indicative of that mid and upper level dry air that's kept us protected from showers, or at least significant showers during the day. As we take a look at Jones College here, also just over 1/10 of an inch. So some rain in that area as well, but you can't even really see any dampness, much of it at least, there on the parking lot. And it looks like the grass probably needed it there on the field. And here at Walt Massey Ford in Columbia, 2/100ths of an inch. So you see that we did see some sprinkles. We talked about that very low chance that we could see that, but not worth planning your day around, as I mentioned. So for today, I expect we'll climb up to about 92 degrees as the cloudy skies eventually give way to more and more sunshine. Still, though, especially in the heat of the day, you can't really average it out to less at any given hour block than that partly sunny sky icon there. I still expect at times we'll see more sun, especially as we head into the sunset hours, and just after that, and of course 9 p.m. it's not generally all that sunny anymore, but icons got to play catch up here. We will see those clouds start to build back in overnight. Another quick pop with a chance of rain for our northernmost counties, and then it goes down from there. I expect Saturday will be quite sunny, and that kind of sets us off for that really hot weekend ahead. So in the Muggy meter right now, you know, the lowest I saw it in this morning was 72. It's already inching up to 73 there, especially with those southerly winds beginning to pick up. And you see in the days ahead, it does not fall significantly. And I believe that this is probably underdoing it by a degree or two here or there before we start heading into a reasonably drier period, especially as we head into Friday there, which we'll have to see if that holds. That'd be really nice if it did, because it looked like it was kind of surging right back. But that last day there kind of gets a little squirrely on the dew point chart. But you can see on the Muggy meter here, as we head through the next couple of days into Tuesday, it takes all the way into Tuesday afternoon before that northerly wind shifts there and allows that front to bring that cooler, drier air. Looks like Susie Kelly says she's here inside the chat there. So it's going to take some time. So Monday is really still looking like our hottest and most humid day, though a front does move through as we head into about the noon hours. It just takes some time before it gets to do any work there. Then heading into Wednesday, you kind of see it lingering a bit. Still northerly winds, but they're really already starting to give, and you can see some of those oppressive areas starting to inch back. So it looks like maybe it'll force it back a little bit there as we head towards Friday, but not looking like something you can really count on there. We'll hope that holds. But all the attention should be on this weekend, which had a 95 on Monday yesterday. I dropped it off today just because we're going to see that front move through. That's going to increase our showers, especially around lunchtime. We could see a couple of thunderstorms moving through. Not looking like anything serious. You'll see here in a moment. But that's really going to surge that moisture in. Right as our temperature is sitting in the mid-90s, we're going to see our highest humidity that we've seen so far this year. So heat index threats, I imagine we'll spend a lot of time. In fact, today even, we'll get to this range, 95 to 105 degree heat indices in the area. I believe about 97, 98 for today's, where it's now noticeably more humid and still going to be right there in those low 90s. But you add a few more degrees to that and even more humidity and some upper level support, especially as we head into Saturday, that upper level ridge, kind of the leading edge of that heat dome or high pressure, upper level high that's down there in the Western Gulf in Central America. That kind of creeps a little bit closer, especially as we head into the start of next week, just slightly increasing that compressional heating. And that's one reason why at least I expect we'll see that temperature increase along with southerly winds surging again as pumping up that moisture. Looks like there's some tornado warnings going on up near Chicago as that low pressure system moves through there. But you can see this little pocket over us, just a little short wave trying to move along this frontal boundary that's lingering right there, right on the northern end of the state, but they just can't really penetrate too far in, and we just get this little bit of morning activity and then that cloud cover kind of lingering, but even it's already clearing, as you can visibly see there as we zoom in a bit. So heading through the day, expect to see more sun. Still not going to shake the clouds completely as we climb up to the low 90s. I again expect about 92 today. You see the model going with 91 right now, trying to Price is Right me once again. Then heading through the night, there's that quick pop of clouds. You can see that shower or overnight, very early morning thunderstorm trying to develop there up near the Jackson area. We could see some of that extend into our northernmost counties, basically a copy of what we saw yesterday, where one tried to move into the area and basically fell apart as soon as it did. We'll keep those clouds for a few morning hours there, and then heading into the afternoon, it's nothing but sun. It's picking up on some residual humidity and moisture here, which may try to develop those summer thunderstorms that pop up in the afternoon. This is the first time they're showing up on the model. I really don't believe we will, especially with that upper level high moving in. Should keep everything pushed down to the ground, but we'll see how that develops. If that high weakens any, we may see a shower or two try to pop up for like an hour or two heading into tomorrow. You see what that chance looks like as far as rain goes in the next 24 hours. 10% little block there. I don't expect we'll see much. Once again, not worth planning your day around, but it's not impossible. You wake up to some slightly dampened ground out there into the early morning hours of tomorrow. Then as we take a look at the travel forecast, again for Hattiesburg here, you're seeing nice clear skies and sunshine as we head into Saturday, but the further north you go and east, as that front has now moved off towards the east, the one that kind of sent the little short wave that can't quite make it all the way into Mississippi, that one's moving east, so if you're going that direction, you may encounter those clouds and a few thunderstorms. If you're staying here or headed west, you're more likely to just see some nice sunny skies and photogenic clouds that won't do too much there. But again, very, very hot and humid. Heading into Sunday, you see more of the same. Southerly wind really increasing as you see those streamlines lengthening. Still not going to be anything that's going to damage anything or even rearrange your patio furniture, but it is just bringing in more moisture, and that's what we're talking about, that rising humidity. Heading into Monday, here comes that front, finally able to make it into the state, bringing some showers and even those potential thunderstorms. You see it kind of flare here as we head into the afternoon, but it's not looking like it's going to sustain itself pretty well, and the front washes out easily, which basically becomes broken, scattered skies and a few showers and thunderstorms as it pushes through into the after lunchtime hours of Monday there. And now we're seeing that northerly wind, which is going to dry things out just a tad. You can see that it's not very strong, so it's going to take some time for that to filter through and make that humidity lower, but it is still making travel conditions very nice, especially all the way up to the top of the state by that time, and then back down a little cooler up there near Memphis. You're seeing some mid 80s. Oh, that's nice. We're about where we should be. Even heading into Wednesday, it's still looking good, still with generally northerly winds, but it's at that point we'll start seeing it starting to give again and bringing back at least some humidity. We'll have to see how it shapes out for that Friday, though. It kept saying we was going to bring some drier air. We will see how that goes. So as we take a look here at the rest of the week, once again, steadily warming up for the next couple of days, all the way into the mid-90s as early as Saturday, and then that'll take us into the start of next week. Memorial Day, of course, right there on Monday, where we could see those showers and thunderstorms. Giving it a 20% for your whole day, I don't expect we'll see it much more than a few hours as it passes through and it breaks up, but that right before that happens will be when it's at its hottest and most humid, and then slowly starts cooling down all the way back into the low 90s before it'll kind of even out right here, which is where we've been the last couple of days. Since Sunday, temperature's either been 90 or 91, back and forth, with really just cloud cover kind of changing that, and even that hasn't been very consistent. So again, not looking too bad for your Memorial Day weekend forecast. No major issues to report other than that heat going up, and just stay hydrated and seek shade as much as possible. Get as much AC as you can, and stay safe that way. If you'd like to follow me for latest updates and things like this, Facebook Lives and pictures from whenever community events and such like that, Facebook is Ryan Mahan WDAM, and Twitter/X is at Ryan Mahan WX, the abbreviation for weather, interestingly enough. So that's pretty much all I got, and I will go ahead and let you go. The 21 of you in here with us. Paige Charlene says, have a wonderful and safe weekend. I will do my best. You as well. And I hope all of you out in the Pine Belt have that. I wish you all that same sentiment. So please enjoy yourself, but try to stay cool because it will be hard over the next few days.